the
They're
lowest.
probably
bidder.
dealing with the storm damage, right? There's like tons of houses there in Missouri up. I bet they've got all the
That's
work
true.
that they can do and more.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
extensive was that? Every time I hear about tornadoes, it's like one house. Not every time, of course, but like oftentimes.
Tornadoes are so fickle. Like you can have like three houses.
Temperamental.
Like no, there's they switch direction all the time, back and forth, and so like you'll see pictures of like Joplin, or a Joplin bad example. That whole town got leveled, but other towns where it's like, holy shit, that house is deleted, gone, torn to shreds. And the house 3 over needs minor shingle work.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like a hurricane where it's just a path of total destruction. It's smaller and it changes direction all the time. And so most of the people I know who had damage, it's just roof. I don't know anybody who got like sucked up.
Away.
Yeah, nobody got sucked.
No, that's when you got a real tornado, when people are getting sucked up and taken somewhere else. When they find bits of them in another county. When those wooden posts are driven through concrete walls, that's when you know Mother Nature put on a show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I haven't heard the tornado alarms in over a week now, and so we're probably out of the. How much do you think
those guys get? How much do they get paid? Those storm chaser guys, because they make it sound like it's an occupation that you can go to school for, but I think it's just an asshole with a camera. You know?
Yeah, that seems like you could just learn everything you needed on YouTube.
Yeah, even that. I don't even think you need to bother with the YouTube.
The only question is like, how close is too close? And then, Google AI will be like 60 feet or like something like that. And then you take that to the bank and you just kind of stay further than 60 feet away.
Do the storm chasers drive special cars?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they have like really tricked out fast trucks with armored paneling. But sometimes it's just a guy in a Volkswagen with passion in his heart, Woody. And that's the kind of guy that I want to watch. I don't want to watch some guy who's got funding, who's got a $300,000 tornado.
Yeah. I want a guy who's in it for the love of the game.
That's got, yes.
I want a guy who's car
Have you guys seen the new Twisters?
I have not.
No.
I haven't seen the original Twister.
I saw the original. CGI, we were still learning.
What? It's good. Hard to disagree. First of all, that was like 94. I saw that shit in theaters. I believed every minute of it. Those cows look real. I was 10, but the cows look real.
You were 8 years old. Of course.
I think Kyle needs to take a rewatch.
Dorothy, the whole bit. There's like, what's an F5? Like, finger of God. They have that fucking intense scene with the breakfast table.
I've seen that clip, and it's the most embarrassing thing.
It's not at all. It's hard. Everybody's like, oh.
Dude, everyone gets
Seymour
quiet.
Hoffman's the bad guy. He's the bad like tornado chaser. He's the one with all the funding and the sick. And he's got a team, multiple vehicles. He's got the sick storm truck. Yeah.
But does he have a bed filled with ping pong balls? I think not.
No, he didn't. Dorothy is the machine's name, I think. No, I didn't see the new one because I saw the old one and I thought it was so good. I didn't think I needed to see the new one. And I think
you shouldn't rewatch the old one either.
Have you seen the new one and the old one, Freddie?
It lives in here.
Yeah. I've seen both. The old one is it's good because if you remember, like it's a nostalgia play, right? So if you remember certain things like the cow flying and the two twisters turning into one and them driving to the house. Yeah, they're merging. It's a really big one. Yeah, so I think that's awful. That's cool
good
because you were a kid back then and it wasn't really hard to impress you. However, now I'm watching the new one and it's like real bad. Like so a lot of people like this movie and I know people are gonna be like screaming, but like, dude, it was awful because all of the characters are completely unbelievable. They're also insufferable. Like, I understand that there's an element of like you have to be on a spectrum to go storm chasing. Like it just happens, but it's like it's so on the nose. Like the main character, it's like a pretty woman, and she had a bad experience with the tornado. I think like when she was a kid, her dad got sucked up in a tornado. Yeah, right?
Did it molest her with that tornado?
Exactly.
That tornado killed her dad.
Yeah,
that tornado gave me treats behind school, and he lured me into his van.
It knows what it did. So she has some history with that. But then she's part of some storm chasing thing. Like she's a scientist, like a meteorologist or something. And then, but like she seems like she hates all of it. And then the bad guy who's like the bad guy is actually the good guy. He's like a bad boy, but he also like went to school, so he's good looking, and he has like a PhD, and he has like all the charisma in the world, and he does cool stuff. He's a YouTuber, by the way, and I love how movies portray exactly like him, like. And also, I'm
that's
not
your average YouTuber. That's
exactly
right.
that's what a YouTuber, a meteorologist YouTuber, by the
He's
way.
from the gaming space, most likely.
What the fuck is this?
So also,
get out of here.
I'm not a like this isn't super red pill to me, but like honestly, if you look at him and you look at her, there is an imbalance here. Like, I think he's a little bit more pretty than the main character.
Agree. Hard
No
agree.
And what I think
so much better.
He's beautiful.
and like, listen, he's a beautiful man. No, but what I think is originally
She's trash. Show her again, Zach.
I need to see her again, Zach. Who is this person we're talking about?
Exactly.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nobody even knows
Straight
the fucking
trash.
name.
You know what's funny is I did
Woody.
see the first picture and I'm like, she's pretty, and then I saw him and I was like, wow,
No,
Not that pretty.
that's a man.
So what I think is initially they had this role for somebody else, like maybe a Scarlett Johansson or something like that. They wanted to attach some like Sydney Sweeney or something, right?
Yeah.
And then they couldn't get her, so now it's like, all right, we need a second or third string, but we still got this guy on board because he signed a contract for 5 movies after Top Gun. So like I think that probably is what happened. I mean, look at that. That makes no sense to me. That makes absolutely no
Really?
sense.
I find her pretty charming.
It looks like his dykey sister.
Perfect.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. You deserve better, sir.
Why
Look at him in that hat.
Come on.
Look how high her chin is. Look how high her chin is. That's haughty. That's haughty chin.
That's haughty chin. Kyle, perfect analysis. And look at that. Do you know how much of a tard I would look like if I popped that hat on? Do you know how much fat would be up to be to pull that hat off? Yeah, well, okay, a larger hat.
Look at her jawbone. That is a good-looking woman.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, there. I'm not saying she's not good looking. Listen. I'm not trying to denigrate, her looks or anything like that. I just think that
small.
there is an element of like one is obviously a movie star and the other one isn't. Maybe she cashed in, a favor or something. Maybe it's one of those like. Maybe she's the cousin of somebody on set, or whatever.
Nepo baby.
Maybe Nepo baby. Like I like how we're just saying like all this crap. She might be a great.
I got your back on this, no matter where you go.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've already decided I'm all in. Like,
I'm on the other team. I think she's delightful.
Yeah, you could go anywhere you want with
it's
this.
not that she's ugly. She's definitely you'd be crazy to say she's ugly. She's a pretty girl, but that guy's fucking. That guy's a stunner.
Yeah, he was one of the main characters in Top.
Start a country music career. He doesn't even need to be able to sing.
If I was like at the park hiking with my girlfriend and I saw that guy coming the other direction on the path, I'd have to like make up an animal I saw. Be like, "Whoa, sweetheart, get a load out there." No, I think if we look for another 15 seconds, maybe we'll see it again. No, it was a whole family of bears. So that's what it was. Yeah, no.
I guess they just flew away. Sorry. Yeah.
So the movie sucked.
I think Hollywood in general has been. I think there's an effort to uglify the ladies and to lower the American male standard when it comes beauty standard for women. I think it's a vast conspiracy. It began in video games and it's trickled down into the movie industry. And we've just got to hope that Sydney Sweeney learns to act in the next 3 years before she expires.